Welcome to Queertuhan. Queertuhan is a podcast organized by the Development Society of Ateneo. Here at Queertuhan, we strive to amplify the voices of underrepresented minorities so that we can move beyond stereotypes and confront the lived reality of the LGBTQIA+ community in the Philippines. Joining me today is my fellow showrunner for Queertuhan, Kat. Kat, how are you?
Hi Enzo! Okay naman. Sobrang excited lang ako talaga marinig lahat ng stories ng mga guests natin for today.
Alright, Kat. So today, Kat, hosting Queertuhan's Pride Month featurette on the online queer dating scene here in the Philippines is none other than our host, Lance Colonge. Together with our two guests, Lance will be exploring the queerscape in relation to dating and finding love in digital spaces and how it has manifested itself to our two young Gen Z guests for today.
Exactly. So Lance, ano namang thoughts mo sa queer dating scene ngayon?
Hi, Kat! Sobra talaga akong excited ngayong topic natin about love, dating, and all of the chika na gagawin natin for this episode.
Sige Lance, ngayon excited na tayong lahat. So ano pa, magsimula na tayo with today's Queertuhan.
Hi, I'm Lance. At naniniwala ako na ang tunay na pagmamahal ay mapagpalaya. Kaya nga love knows no boundaries. Eme! Siyempre, this Queertuhan episode is not just about my feelings. Kaya naman gusto ko kamustahin ang ating mga guests kung ano na-feel nyo right now, any manifestations, just to get an overview. Let's go, Josh, kung anong nararamdaman mo today.
Hello. Okay lang naman. Medyo mainit dito. Yun lang. Okay lang.
Tayo naman
Nothing special.
Ano naman ang general feelings mo for today?
Okay lang naman. Like, busy with work and internship. So, yeah, I'm excited to be here.
This is the perfect time para maging relax lang. So for the whole duration of our kwentuhan, feel free to add any insight. So for the benefit of our Queertuhan listeners, syempre, kailangan nila kayong makilala. So para fair, ako muna mauna. So I'm Lance, and my preferred pronouns are he, his, totally single, and my love language is quality time. Q, do you want to start?
Okay, hello, I'm Q. I'm turning 21 in like a few days. I guess my love language really is yung words of affirmation. Like, okay, like actions are nice naman, of course. Syempre, sino bang hindi gusto yung loving actions? Pero, you know how kasi kapag actions, parang ide-decode mo pa ano yung meaning nun or whatever. So gusto ko talaga straight up you tell me what you're feeling. And am I single? Medyo that's a hard question to answer. Let's just say it's complicated.
Taray. Totoo yan. Dapat mas maging direct to the point para alam natin yung nararamdaman natin. O ikaw naman, Josh. Ano naman ang love language pronoun?
Hi. I'm Josh. Preferred pronouns, he, they. Tapos, my love language is also words of affirmation. Gusto ko talaga yung mga words. Tapos, taken ako. Happily taken.
Sana all.
Di
Diba?
ba?
Sana all talaga. So now that we already warmed up, syempre, kailangan muna natin na mag-encapsulate ng dating experience ninyo. So in one word, how can you describe it? At dahil bida-bida ako, mauna muna ako syempre. So, one word, oh my God, drum roll. Failure, grabe. Kasi noong 2019, lahat ng coping mechanism, nasama ko na talaga ang online dating, hindi talaga nag-work. So parang feeling ko, maling tao yun ng chat noon at kailangan yan ng comeback era this year. Wow, confident.
Tama.
O, kayo naman, Josh. Ano naman sa'yo? One
Ako
word.
same rin naman as you, pero I think yung word ko ay roller coaster. Kasi, puro ups and downs. Pero, enjoying the ride.
It's a journey.
Diba?
Okay.
Tama.
Ano
Ito.
naman sa'yo one word to describe?
Ninakaw na nga ni Josh yung sagot ko. din sana yung sasagutin ko. Kasi sobra true, like ups and downs. Pero still, fun pa rin naman. Pero even though minsan, masusuka ka na lang, maluluha ka.
Oh my God.
Pero kebs naman.
All arounder yung emotions.
Oh,
Paikot-ikot. So dahil dyan, syempre, kailangan natin muna ng mga, in any queertuhan, may chika. So sa inyong dalawa, ano yung parang dating story na comfortable kayo sabihin? Kahit sa mga barkada nyo, normal chikahan, ano yung mga parang pag tinanong, ano yung dating story mo? Ano yung lagi yung binabanggit?
I think almost all of the people na I dated or like nilande, whatever, puro mga Twitter crush ko. And, oh
Grabe
my
ang
gosh,
tapang.
ewan ko
Twitter
naman,
talaga.
pinapatulan naman nila ako. So, kaya,
No
ayun,
power.
kaya yun yung actually story ko. So, I guess, yun nga, parang my entire dating experience, parang talagang online lang talaga. Like, I have not like met anyone in person or like organically in real life. Tapos nun, dinate ko or nilandi ko. Parang, that has never happened. Kaya, maybe I can, talk about that more in a later topic. How about how the online world, the internet really shaped my, who I am and my dating experiences. Pero yeah, that's how I would sum it up very quickly.
Ayan. We'll go into that later. Ikaw naman, Josh, ano naman yung dating story na pwedeng-pwedeng i-share sa pangkahalatan?
Hmm, medyo madami pero I'll just go, in a general sense na when you talk about my dating life, oof, before getting into a relationship, it was like, wala. It was like trial and error talaga kumbaga. Like, I think if you pull out any of my friends and then ask them, huy, ano yung ginawa ni Josh nung first term niya in college, nung frosh pa lang siya. So, I study in DLSU. And they'd probably tell you, ang landi niyan. So, ayun, I really did those like, ayun, like, used online dating to go offline dating. Tapos, I also, just like you, mga Twitter crushes din. Nagiging, Twitter is like the underdog dating app, to
Indeed.
be honest.
Not the
So,
underdog, it's the superior one.
actually, superior. Superior dating app for queer people. Kasi laging, nag-take sila ng risk sa Twitter, sa Bumble man yan. So, ayun, I can say, ayun, trial and error. Like, not all of my dating stories, success stories.
True.
Ang ganda nun talaga. Twitter pala ang sagot. Ba't ba ako naghahanap ng iba? Charot! So anyways, let's go into deep dun na sa mga apps. Kasi 'di ba, a controversial topic sa queer dating is forms lang daw siya of escapism from the real world. Pero meron naman din mga opinion yung other people na yung queerscape is the only queer space na available sa atin. So do
Yes.
you think na yung reality ba nagre-reflect ba yun sa mismong app? Or do you think that queer dating has transitioned in part, if not wholly, online?
I feel like sobrang naging integral part na nga ng queer dating ang online apps. Kasi nga, unlike straight people, cishet people, mga ganun, like they can literally just meet anyone like in school or at work and then
Ang
they're
dali-dali.
automatically a potential love interest. Unlike us, parang we really have to know their soji muna and here sa Pinas, that's not really like a topic na you would just open out of nowhere eh. Ewan ko, there's like such a stigma about asking other people's soji and you run the risk then of making other people uncomfortable and putting yourself in an awkward or even dangerous situations, ano. So, it's really a struggle to meet people in real life and organically and yun nga, parang potentially makakadate ba sila. And online spaces really provided some sort of ewan ko, parang ease with it when it comes to dating kasi nga, ewan ko, you don't really have to guess anymore. Parang you just know already that they're queer. You can already see what they're like, who they are, without even having to talk to them. So, I guess, I don't think naman na fully nag-transition na yung queer dating sa online space. I think, of course, meron pa rin naman dyan yung mga pinagpala ng Diyos na nakikita pa rin organically. But honestly though, I don't think there's anything wrong naman with relationships made in online apps. I feel like any relationship made on online apps are just as valid as other relationships formed in real life. We Our standards kasi for love and relationships, sobrang centered talaga yan sa heteronormativity and heteronormative culture na yun nga, boy meets girl in some place, ganun. So, kasi, yun nga, parang suddenly na-invalidate yung stories natin as queer people, our experiences. When that's not the case, I feel like kapag meant to be kayo, kayo talaga, no matter what, kung saan man kayo nagtagpo, kahit ba Tinder lang yan, that is like, is totally okay. And I think, yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
Parang there's no shaming kung saan kayo
Yeah.
nag-start, kung online man yan or offline. And gusto ko yung sinabi mo na marami kasing i-check muna kung pwede siya sa'yo as queer. So parang ang natulong ng online is yung mga mahabang steps na yon na streamline na siya. Kaso nga lang, syempre, meron pa rin hinahanap within the community.
Sobrang true. Like, hindi dapat ini-invalidate yung online dating kasi I think nagsistem siya sa issue na wala talagang queer spaces at all. Like, sa Pilipinas, ang queer spaces mo lang talaga, mga bar, ganon. Not that it's bad. Of course, we all need space to hang out and have fun. Pero, wala talagang queer spaces na pwede ka lang mag-chill or pwede kang mag-date ng tao, like dateable sites like libraries or coffee shops, ganon. Parang hindi kulang pa talaga yung safe spaces sa Pilipinas para magkaroon ng isang environment kung saan pwede mag-build yung organic relationships, like boy meets boy or girl meets girl. Wala pang space para dyan. Kaya syempre, i-reclaim ng LGBTQ community yung online spaces. Ayun, I would say na it still exists. It's starting, we're in an environment na slowly accepting na yung mga tao sa LGBTQ community. So you see parang ayun, kumbaga blended. Siguro ang sagot ko ngayon blended blended learning eh. So blended dating. Yeah, kung may blended learning, may blended dating. It starts online, but then at some point lalabas ka din. Like naman talaga, parang magko-cultivate naman talaga siya sa labas if may chemistry talaga kayo. I was lucky na medyo organic question mark when I dated my partner. Medyo organic kasi hindi ko alam kung makakapasa to kasi nag-meet kami sa online class. Pero ayun, ano pa ba? Oo, so parang medyo organic yon. So medyo, ayun, parang meron talagang, especially in this pandemic, minsan yung mga online spaces, nagiging organic siya. So I think all I'm trying to say is, wag na tayo mag-discriminate kung online dating man yan. Basta talaga, if it clicks, it clicks. No matter how you guys meet. Ayan.
I like those insights talaga from the both of you. Kasi parang ang remaining issue dyan kasi is like, pag dating sa school and before when we were growing up, like hindi pa ganun kalaki yung social awareness. So lahat ng tao are not open. So ngayon na nagkaroon na ng chance of like unti-unti there's progress. Mas nag-manifest siya dun sa online dating kasi doon you can have control of it and you can actually choose kung ano yung gusto mong from swiping right, swiping left. Like yung palang na-empower na yung person on what he or she likes. So now, merong mga conventional gender roles na nangyayari yung society, mismo sila na nag-set. Like for example, merong notion na parang, sino yung boy, sinong girl? Queer tayo. So parang, yun yung mahirap i-explain sometimes na meron pa ring heteronormative na pinapasok sa relationships na nabubuo natin with our lovers. Ano yung mga stereotypes na encounter nyo personally habang nag-online dating kayo na, oops, kaloka to si kuya. Ba't ganito yung ano niya, ganon. Ikaw, Q, may experiences ka bang ganon?
I mean, there's the never-ending debate naman and arguments on being mask and femme, especially sa hookup culture, ano, like, let's say, ayaw daw nila ng mga femtops, mga ganun ganyan. I guess, when it comes to that naman, hindi naman siya sobrang oppressive or anything. I guess yung more of ano na lang, kung within the community, yung stereotypes, I don't think they're like super ano naman, hindi naman sila ganun kalala and na parang nagiging ano na nga, discriminatory. Let's just say it's like there's a lot of petty fighting and ano, na sakita na nangyayari online. Pero yun talagang may masamang nangyayari. Parang ewan ko, maybe I'm just unaware, pero parang wala naman in terms of setting stereotypes. Ang siguro ang pinaka hassle lang, I guess, in terms of stereotyping is when yun nga, as you've mentioned, pag tinatanong, oh, who's the guy, who's the girl, like, kailangan talaga merong guy tsaka girl sa relationship. Like, anyways, kaya parang we just have to educate, lalo na yung mga, cisgender heterosexual people na, uh, your culture on dating doesn't apply to us eh. So parang
Huwag nilang ipilit, di
oo,
ba?
totoo. Parang tapos sabihin nila tayo daw yung nagmumudmud ng culture natin sa kanila. Eh, buong lifetime ng universe kayo ang naghahari. Kaya pigilan niyo ang sarili niyo. Pero anyway, it will get tiresome to like educate people talaga. Pero go lang ng go hanggang ma-achieve natin na pantay-pantay lang tayo, walang weird na expectations or stereotypes. Let's just, let us just be people who are loving and in love. Hayaan nyo na kami, please.
Oo, kasi sa pagmamahal, wala naman dapat tinitignan yan. Ikaw naman, Josh. Ano naman yung
I
mga...
think, like, steering into, yung who's the guy, who's the girl in the relationship. I think, ayun, may mga problems nga doon, but then, it's also important to note where internalized homophobia goes into queer dating. Kaya, ayun, like, going around dating, there's like, ayun, may mga ilan talaga na, ah, like, for example, they'll see you, tapos bigla silang turn off. Tapos they're like, oh, I'm only into like, I'm only into masculine, like, masculine gaze, or like, but, and like, what? Parang, ayun, parang, minsan talaga, yung internalized homophobia, it affects how you interact in the dating world because people will get shunned away because they're not, ayun, parang conventionally attractive or hindi sila, they're not like batak or anything. Tapos, ayun, parang yung internalized homophobia puts so much standards into like, uh, for like people who aren't, conventionally attractive. For example, feeling ko nga parang mas matindi pa yung, because dating's all about presenting yourself, like packaging yourself into this, like it's like marketing yourself into becoming
The
this
best parts of
ideal person.
yourself.
Tama, tama. So ano yung best parts of yourself
Usually
kung
mask.
oo, for masked people, like especially like one of the best parts of yourself in term like for cis people, yung dating sa kanila, siguro malalagay siya sa what are the best parts of yourself as a conventionally attractive heterosexual sa gender nila, whether male or female. But, pag sa queer dating naman, doble yan. Kasi, like, ano yung conventionally attractive sa'yo sa assigned gender role mo or kung ano yung pinaperceive ng tao, pati na rin yung, yung parang standards outside the LGBT community and inside. Ayun, yun pala yung sinasabi ko. Kasi yung may standards talaga both outside and inside sa if we have sa cis-hets naman pag nakikita nila uy wag kang masyadong halata ganon. So tapos sa gay community naman parang may mga quirks na oh you have to have this like really hot body like makikipagsabayan tayo sa athleticism ng straight people. So parang double yung standards. Hindi double standard, double yung standards ng sa dating, which makes it super difficult because of internalized homophobia. I mean, yun yung nagiging challenges ng dating. Because like, what about people like me? Parang hindi naman ako conventionally attractive, which means I get less and less swipes. Tapos, when I see my queer friends who are like, conventionally attractive, tapos they're like, parang hindi sila nahihirapan sa Bumble. They're like, ano ba yan? Ang dami ko namang swipe sa Bumble. Parang hindi ko naman to kaya. Tapos parang napapatingin lang ako. Parang, ha? How does he get
Oo.
that? Parang, how do they get so many swipes? So parang, ayun. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Like, yung internalized homophobia, it changes the game so much. Like, I mean, it starts also sa who's the guy, who's the girl's relationship, and then it just stems deeper into this thing about like self-worth, yung insecurities mo, which ayun, is so much heavier if you're a queer person.
Parang these standards, subconsciously, gusto mo na lang siya i-follow. Kasi parang kapag hindi mo na siya na-follow,
Oh,
parang
less swipes,
nangyari.
ganon.
Yeah. And kapag ganun, parang tingin nyo ba, part yun ng background natin as a conservative society? Kasi parang, di ba, for a queer person, most likely, he or she will start to come out of the shell pag ready na siya. And then, most of the time, nangyayari lang yun at college. So, parang yung buong high school life or grade school life, hindi na-explore ng sobra. Kaya pagdating nung may opportunity na ngayon to go to online, mas drastic yung gustong changes, mas Gina G, ganun. And nagsasama-sama lahat ng mga views na yun na unchecked kasi nagbuo siya from from traditional or conventional morality na binuo ng society natin. So ano yung mga thoughts niyo sa ganon?
You know, dating kasi, it reflects who we are as people and what we need. I think like, queer people, not everyone, but I would like to hypothesize. Yun nga, we look into dating because we don't feel secure about the love we get. Alam mo naman, conservative environments, like, oh, being gay is a sin, di ka mahal ni Papa Jesus, ganon. But then, ayun, it takes a while to like register, like, whether, ayun, as a Catholic queer person na parang, no, that's wrong. Na parang, we're all equal in the eyes of the Lord. Opak. Na parang, but then it's hard to like grasp that, especially in a conservative environment. I think, ayun, and that's where dating comes in because dating like can substitute like what what love you lack, like parang what areas you're lacking love in. So that fills such a big gap into feeling secure about yourself because humans can survive without yung parang affection and affirmation, and like kung like hindi pwede na ikaw lang mag-isa sa buhay because humans are not made for that. So as a queer person trying to survive, minsan talaga wala kang choice to like, go into dating apps, and then like one like swipe is like, oh my gosh, somebody likes me like that, and then like that like substitutes like the homophobic things that your family might have said, or like what your subscribed religion tells you, what they believe homosexuality is. So parang it feels such a hole. But then, I think I would agree with you. I would say to myself, parang, it's so tempting to fill in the void of a lack of love. But I think parang medyo, ano pa siya, parang hindi pa luto, or like hindi ka pa properly baked you need more time in the oven to like rest and like present yourself in a way na you're ready for queer relationships. Kasi like especially like underage people and even like people like me na parang 18 to 19 years old na parang mas pwede pa sila maging vulnerable to like toxic relationships. So
Yeah.
talagang so ayun, yun naman like parang you are easily manipulated pag bata ka, especially like underage 17 or 18 or 19, parang ayun, hindi mo pa na-form yung parang proper thinking na parang, oy, parang may mali 'to. Parang hindi mo pa na-navigate yung red flags, especially like, ayun, queer relationships, you don't get to learn about them. Self-discovery siya. So, ayun, that's what I think about that. Yeah. Kids, stay in school. Read a book. No, just kidding. Very boomer, no? Very boomer. Pero parang when you think about it, oh my God, totoo. I fear that I sound like this because yeah, tama si Q, you just want to break the rules, but like hinay-hinay muna. Like I think learn about yourself. Love yourself muna. Apa? Mali. Oo,
Mahal
parang
mo na ng
talaga
sarili
nun.
bago ang iba.
Somewhere like that. Tama, somewhere like that. Discover yourself muna before discovering others. Okay, okay na yan.
Ang ganda kasi parang tayo na rin nagsisilbing advice sa mga queer people na walang nakukuhanan na ano. Kasi sa house pa lang, like, how would they say to you how to date? Kasi syempre, iba kayo ng language, iba kayo ng parang upbringing ng parents mo or ikaw. And dahil doon, nagkakaroon ng eagerness to self-discovery. And gusto ko yung ideas niya na parang sana piliin mo na yung sarili, i-cultivate mo na yung self kasi mas malaki yung mundo sa online. And sa sobrang laki nun, baka maka-carried away tayo. At dahil dyan, syempre, gusto kong tanongin na lang, what was the most eye-opening experience for you when you entered into dating? Ano yung pinaka parang, etong dating experience na to, ang laki ng inimput sa buhay ko. And what insight did you gain that helped you evolve? Kasi nga, di ba, tinatry natin i-debunk na walang natutulong ang dating, na meron siyang value adding sa buhay natin, lalo na sa mga queer. So, Q, would you like to start?
Well, dating my first boyfriend for 2 years definitely changed who I am, and talagang it really formed yung nga, the person that I am today. And I guess yung biggest learning ko is, uh, every relationship is different, and that yung mga expectations mo on love and relationships masisira yan lahat. And it's really a game of adjusting, creating patterns and then breaking them and then adjusting, and then there's really no rules to love and relationships, and you really have to be on your feet honestly to just be aware of what are the things that are going on. You have to be honest, you have to be always communicating with each other. And I guess, that for myself, yun nga din, yung biggest challenge nga talaga was breaking away from the heteronormative relationship standards. Kasi I grew up watching a lot of romance movies, yung mga Love Conquers All, mga The One, ganon. Not to be so pessimistic nga, no? Pero they don't always come true, lalo na for queer people like us. And we have to accept that, and we have to uh, just be able to help each other out. Tayo-tayo lang yung magtutulungan sa sarili natin. Like, you really need to uplift each other, like talk to one another, and yeah, let's be more let's have more empathy for everyone talaga, kasi ang hirap maging queer at magmahal bilang queer, pero kinakaya talaga natin kasi love is great.
Yes, kahit mahirap, susulungin natin. Kasi ano to, bawal tayo magmahal. Hindi pwede yon. Kaya ikaw naman, Josh, ano masasabi mo?
Ay, syempre. Syempre. Ayun, core belief ko talaga dating exposes who you are as a person. Hindi lang to like looking for a partner. No, it like shows so much about yourself, and like ayun, like, it shows na parang if you choose to leave some parts out about you, that says a lot about you. If kung open na open ka, that says so much things about you. And I think what I learned, I think yun yung question. Like, what I've learned in the dating scene is that we need spaces, like safe spaces now more than ever. May dahilan kung bakit yung may mga taong naghahanap lang ng mask for mask kasi hindi sila comfortable sa paano sa parang ma-expose na queer pala sila, or gusto nila ng parang hindi halata kasi hindi pa sila prepared para mag-come out, or takot sila, and that's for good reason. Valid yung mga concerns na gusto nilang itago yung relationship, or gusto nila ng parang less obvious na parang mukha lang silang best friends, ganon. And like, it's a valid concern that stems into like safe spaces kasi ayun, I think that's what I learned. I think we need more safe spaces. I mean, like, hindi lang dapat bars, hindi lang dapat clubs, or like inom spaces. Dapat meron yung mga queer tambayans na wholesome. Pwede ka mag-date, pwede like queer libraries, queer everything. Like, it's crucial yung safe spaces and I'm pretty sure, like, queer dating will change once like safe spaces in the Philippines will like change also for queer people. Syempre, for the better.
Oo. Pag mas maraming spaces, mas maraming options. Kaya dapat mas
More
i-empower
chances of
natin yan.
winning.
True. So, I thoroughly enjoyed making Queertuhan with the both of you guys. Dahil dami natin na-tackle today, the standards, yung mga stereotypes, and your stories na talagang binavalue natin today. So, to end, we have something special cooked up for the both of you. Para magandang buhay. Charot. Walang pupunta dito.
Yeah,
Pero, kailangan kung wala may surprise, ganyan. So, for Josh, ano yung special message mo for your special someone?
Ay,
Well, very
Ah.
awesome.
Oh my God. Just, wait lang. Ano kaya yung special message ko? Magpakabait ka, Chos. Hindi, I still can't find, alam mo naman to, I still can't find the words to describe how I feel about you, but, one day I will, and I just love you, like, I think it's indescribable, and that's ironic as a writer, that I will always cling onto the fact that you are the only thing that has made me feel na parang indescribable siya. I can describe everything but you, and I think that's a good thing. I love you.
ganun.
Iyak muna, iyak.
Iyak muna ako for the ASAP message.
Shoutout po pala sa
lang.
tita ko, mga tita ko dyan.
Happy birthday to us,
Happy birthday
Eme.
po!
Cute. Dahil itong, is there a message you've learned naman from dating that you'd like to your future self to never forget? Kasi kanina sabi mo, di ba, from the past, like, sana hindi mo ginawa yung mga ganito. Pero to your future self, siguro 10 years from now, di ba, ang dami mo na experiences ganyan. Ano yung tingin mong sasabihin mo talaga, buti na lang ginawa ko to, or ito yung kinausap ko, ganon. Ano yung hindi mo makakalimutan?
I would say, yung kausap mo right now, panindigan mo yan.
Ay!
Panindigan mo lang.
Ay! Ayan na!
Tignan natin. Kasi mukhang kung pinanindigan mo yan, parang worth it, I think. So,
Sana worth it. Naniniwala kami dito.
I hope you are happy there with this person. Kaya.
Totoo. Grabe. Oh my God. Love is in the air. O, diba? Lahat ng issues natin, doon na talaga dumudulo eh. Sa pagmamahal. Sabi ko nga kanina, to love is to be free. So, Nag-enjoy talaga ako sa inyo guys for all of your talk and everything. So now, for our ending, syempre, ito na. I am your host, Lance Calonge, and this has been today's Queertuhan.
To satisfy more of your queer kwento cravings, stay tuned to DevSock's Queertuhan for more episodes that you can access through Spotify and YouTube. Like and follow our Queertuhan Facebook and Instagram page for updates on future Queertuhan episodes. Once again, this is Queertuhan, presented by the Development Society of the Ateneo, where we strive to amplify the voices of underrepresented minorities so that we can move beyond stereotypes and confront the lived reality of the LGBTQIA+ community in the Philippines. See you at our next Queertuhan. Queertuhan. Queertuhan.